Hi guys! Right now we're gonna make banana cake because look, I know that doesn't look good, but yeah, we have this lots of bananas that's going bad, and I thought, yeah, maybe I'll do an escape right now and just bake something. So we're gonna bake in an oven toaster since we don't have an actual oven, and I'm gonna teach you how. Alright, so I don't also have any measuring cups here because I'm actually in the office and I have my stuffs at home. So we are going to do just eyeball. We're gonna eyeball our measurements. So right now we need a half cup of flour. This is what I'm gonna use to be my cup for now. So as far as I remember, I'm gonna try to eyeball it. 1 cup is going to be this much, so I'm gonna put half of that, just half, so we need it loose, so that's half. Okay, so that's half cup of flour. Then I have vanilla, I have the baking soda. We're gonna use vanilla, which I already have since I baked cookies here last time. And then we have the yogurt. This is the cheapest one I can find at the supermarket. I have the baking soda. I also have the baking powder. So right now we're just gonna use baking soda. I also have cinnamon since I drink chai, so I have this. And then we have sugar, brown sugar. Then we have 1 egg. That's it. So now we are going to do the wet ingredients since we already have this flour. So we're gonna mash the banana. We're gonna work on 2 bananas because since our bananas are small, we're gonna mash bananas. Yeah, this banana is going bad, really. But that's what's needed. I mean, we need to use something rotting, not really like rotting bad. It's just, it should be really soft. So we have that here. Get this. All right, and then one more. So I used to make at home. I used to make banana bread at home, and I have raisins there. It's really nice. You have raisins. I also use chocolate chips sometimes if I have that. But since we don't have it, we're just gonna have a plain one. Okay, I changed into a metal fork. It's actually mash it with that plastic fork. So just mash it. Right? It's quite chunky and it's better. Now we're done. Next, we're gonna whisk an eggs. An egg. And then vanilla. 1 teaspoon. So I'm gonna use plain canola oil. But because I'm lazy and I can't open the lid anymore, I sliced the container. So this is going to be wait, 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. You can adjust as you want. I mean, you can use butter as well if you want that. But the oil is gonna make it softer because the butter solidifies really fast. So I'm using oil here. You can also use margarine if you have that, or lard if that's what you have. Because as long as it's oil, but yeah, butter is good. You can also do like half butter, one tablespoon butter and 1 tablespoon oil. Also, we need to put 2 tablespoons of yogurt. 2 tablespoons of yogurt. That's it. Okay. Now we're gonna whisk that. Mix. Alright, this is good if you have like hand mixer. You can do that. It's gonna be more airy. But since I don't have it, I'm just gonna whisk it with my hands. Alright, it's done. So you remember our flour? We have the dry ingredients, so we'll mix the dry ingredients with dry ingredients first before we mix that, because we don't want to overmix stuff because it's going to make it tough. So baking soda, we need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, just 1/2 teaspoon. We only have tablespoon, but we're gonna eyeball it. Okay, it's 1/2 teaspoon for you. I always have these things on hand, so if I get the urge to bake, I can anywhere I am. So we have the cinnamon as well. This depends, but of course, too much cinnamon is not really, I don't like it, and as well if you have too much. So just a pinch like that. And then sugar, it depends as well on you, because this is really not the recipe is really not dependent on the sugar, so you can put as much as you want, as less as you want. So I'm just gonna put 2 tablespoons. And then of course salt. There. Right, so now we'll mix it. You have to mix it already before you put the ingredients, because we don't want to overmix the baking powder. So it's just baking powder. Baking soda. But you know what? I feel like putting baking powder, so it rises a little bit more. We're gonna put baking powder. It's the same quantity as the baking soda. So 1/2 tablespoon. 1/2 teaspoon rather. Right there. So in this, the recipe calls for a pan, but we only have this because I bake cupcakes as well sometimes. So I have that, and it's much smaller. It can fit into an oven toaster. So we have 3. It's only 3 that can fit there. So we're gonna do this by batches. There. So Alright, let's mix. So the wet is going to go to the dry is going to go to the wet. So you're gonna want to put into phases. So if you have a hand mixer, you don't really want to hand mix this. I mean to use a machine, because you're gonna over mix that, and you don't want it to get over mixed because it's gonna get tough. Alright, that's all of it. So you cut and fold. It's okay if there's still some traces of dry flour in there. That's okay. As long as you don't over mix it, that's okay. Just gonna there you go. Ta-da! That's our butter. The butter is done, so we're gonna put it on our mold. Oops. Yeah, right. Like that. There. You have to leave rooms for it to get to spread, so you don't want it there. But that's like 3/4 of the container, because it's still going to spread itself, since we use baking powder here, so expect that. Our first batch. So now we have the oven toaster. Guys, this is a simple oven toaster, okay? We just have the temperature and the time, so we have to adjust. So now we're gonna preheat the oven for because this is an oven toaster, so it heats up really quicker than the conventional oven. So we're gonna preheat this for 5 minutes at 100 degrees Celsius, 170 rather. This 150, 170, 175. There. And preheat it for 5 minutes. So guys, now it's preheated, so we're gonna bake it for 12 minutes. I figured out I can still fit another cupcake, so we are going to put our initial batch. We have 4. Oh, that's hot. There. All right. here is our cupcake, guys. This is the last one, actually. We only made 5 in total. So I have to put this last one alone. There. So, the moment of truth. It's going to be the taste test. So we have. Let's look inside. It's quite dry. it's moist. Yeah. We have chunks of bananas there because, you know, just the right sweetness. Nice.